Welcome to WCrypto.
Hello, my friends. Welcome back to WCrypto. Do you remember my video on the M2 money supply Bitcoin correlation from nearly 3 months ago? If this model is still right, Bitcoin could hit $160,000 in the next 30 to 60 days. No joke. And it all comes down to one chart. Let's get straight into it. The M2 money supply has been a leading indicator for Bitcoin's major cycle turns. Right now, it's flashing one of the strongest signals we have ever seen. In this video, I am blending the M2 curve directly onto the Bitcoin daily chart. This gives us a clearer macro setup than anything else right now. The M2 money supply is expanding again, even in this so-called tightening environment, even while the Fed is reducing its balance sheet. So how is liquidity returning? There are two main reasons. First, the US government is still issuing huge amounts of debt. Every time they do this, it injects new cash into the economy. Even if the central bank is trying to pull liquidity out, the fiscal side is putting it right back in. Second, the reverse repo market is drying up. This used to be the place where big institutions parked hundreds of billions overnight. Not anymore. That cash is now in circulation. And where does new liquidity go? Into assets, stocks, bonds, and yes, Bitcoin. But here is the kicker. Bitcoin is no longer just a retail game. Wall Street is in. We have ETFs, public companies holding Bitcoin, sovereign adoption, and more coming. That is why this M2 correlation suddenly makes even more sense than before. The same liquidity flows that drive equities and bonds now drive Bitcoin. Now look at the chart. I have overlaid the M2 momentum curve onto the Bitcoin daily chart. In each past cycle, an M2 surge was followed by a Bitcoin rally, with about a 70-day delay. This current M2 uptick, it is massive. If the historical pattern repeats, the price target aligns between $160,000 and $180,000. Does that mean we moon in the next 30 to 60 days? Not guaranteed, but the probability is rising fast. My personal forecast for this cycle sits in the mid-six figures, meaning 160,000 could just be the start to something big. Timing it perfectly is always hard, but this model adds serious confluence. That said, caution is still required. Old-school Bitcoin holders who bought more than a decade ago might start taking profits soon. Some will sell into strength, but institutions are stepping in, and their inflows could easily overpower retail selling. This is a new era, and the chart is reflecting that. So, could Bitcoin hit 160,000 in the next 30 to 60 days? Maybe. This M2 curve gives us a solid reason to keep watching closely. Let's watch it together. I will continue updating you daily. Join the free Discord for real-time trading thoughts. Click the like button if you got value from this video. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell to stay updated. And see you in the next one.